Hi everyone and welcome to day 17. I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between hunger and cravings. I have a longer video on that if you're interested, but I just want to give you a quick introduction as part of this challenge. And I also want to thank you so much for following along, watching all the videos up until now, and giving me feedback, giving me comments, and it's just so much more fun to create content when I see that you are engaging with it and you appreciate it and it actually helps you in some sort of way. So thank you so much for letting me know. I really do appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just click that subscribe button on the channel, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends that need to quit sugar, because sugar has no place in any human diet. There is no certain amount that we should be eating of sugar. Sugar is not natural, it's something that we are extracting from plants that we really should not be doing. And it's no better than cocaine, which we also extract from plants. It's also totally natural. It's white powder versus white powder, and they do different things. And both of them are artificial fun. So there we go. So if you're coming from a diet where you are eating a lot of carbohydrates, so you might have had 3 meals a day, you might have been eating 3 snacks per day, and lots of carbs, you probably haven't really experienced true hunger. You might have in the past at some point or when you've been ill, but what you have been feeling is probably more between the meals, is more of a peckish craving type of feeling, and you're saying to yourself that you are hungry because you want to eat something and you need to eat something because that is your hunger signal, if you like. But it can also be, if I'm eating a lot of carbs, I wake up in the morning and I feel like I haven't eaten for weeks. I'm so hungry. And I just get this cramping and it's like a hollow feeling in my belly. And that is when I'm messing around with my blood sugar, that is what I'm getting. So that is totally different. It's like a hunger on steroids. It's real, but it's not natural. We should not be that hungry. It's not natural to be that hungry, is what I want to say. I'm hoping that by now you have chosen to at least go low carb, if not close to no carbs, so that your body has had a chance to become adjusted to what you're doing and started to burn in fat rather than carbohydrates. When you do that, you're not going to be as hungry, because when you can use your fat stores, you always have food on board. And there is no drama. You don't have to eat, basically, because you're eating your fat stores, and that's perfect. A craving is something that is always in your head. So it's something that starts in your head and you start thinking about something. I want this, or I want that, or I need to eat, or I should eat, or whatever it is. And then you want to respond to that by eating something that most of the time isn't very healthy for you. And when you feel true hunger, it always starts in your belly. So you'll feel it might be moving around a bit, it might be growling a bit, and that will then travel up as a signal to your head where you're thinking, my stomach feels empty, or I could, add something. And that is real hunger. So there's a bit of a difference there. And what I want to say is that if you want to truly notice whether you are hungry, if you really don't know, you genuinely don't have no clue whether you're hungry or whether you're peckish, what you can do is that you can just imagine that someone served up a cooked chicken breast. It doesn't have to be dry, but it's just a chicken breast. Would you be happy to eat that? And if the answer is yes, you're most likely actually hungry. Because no one, that I know anyway, would ever have a craving for a chicken breast. That is just way too boring. But if you are hungry, that actually doesn't sound too bad. So I often ask myself this, but I really don't like chicken much, to be fair. So I choose to ask myself, would I like to eat a piece of steak? And I can get my answer then, but that's because I don't really like chicken. If I'm truly super hungry, maybe I don't really know. I very rarely feel for eating chicken, to be honest. But sometimes I think I'm hungry, but I don't want a steak, I just want bacon. And then I know that I'm not truly hungry. I'm probably more peckish, I just want to eat something. And bacon has a lot of flavor, it's smoked maybe, and there's some salt going on there. And that is just very palatable to me. And same thing with salami. So just remember, a craving always starts in the head, and that is just an idea of you wanting to eat something, and then you want to go and get it. Whereas true hunger starts in your belly, and then that signals to your head that you need some food. But also remember, if you are consuming a lot of carbs, you will have the blood sugar swings, and that will make you intensely hungry. So if you have this horrible, hollow feeling in the middle of your belly, you are probably messing around with your hormones and you need to go on a low carb diet. You will never get that on a low carb diet, I can assure you that. So just make sure that you know whether you're actually hungry or whether you have a craving, and distinguish between them. And the cravings, you don't have to respond to them. They satisfy a mental need for you, for the snacking and the eating, that behavior that you have taught yourself. But they don't, the food that you're going to eat when you want to snack is not necessary, and most of the time it's just food that you shouldn't be eating anyway, because it's not healthy food that we usually crave. And yep, that was all for today. I will see you again tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about insulin fasting, and after that I'm going to talk about intermittent fasting. So we're going to dive into fasting a little bit. So have a good day, and I will see you again tomorrow.